Hey you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Friday night, just got... Of course I'm back, I'm not going anywhere. I'm YouTube famous now. Truth though. But anyway, how are you guys doing on this wonderful Friday afternoon? I'm just sitting here drinking my Starbucks venti iced coffee with 2 equals. A lot of you have emailed me or commented to me or tweeted me or snapped me pictures of your Starbucks that you got inspired by the fact that you're like, Peter, every day you start your day with Starbucks. Like now I've starting my day with Starbucks because I used to just get Starbucks at the gas station, but now or coffee at the gas station, but now I get coffee at the Starbucks. And I love the venti iced coffee. I drink it too. And a lot of you don't. And a lot of you have given me other ideas. And a lot of you have sent me gift cards from Starbucks, which has been amazing. I love it so much. But I was thinking about that today as I was driving through Starbucks, getting my venti iced coffee with 2 equal, not sponsored. And when I was sitting at Bob Evans with my good Jitty Teresa, who I have known for a long time, and we were talking about this, and she's in my daily vlog from today. So if you want to check out my daily vlog, it's called Peter Vlogs. I'm vlogging every day for the year 2017. It's listed below. Please go follow it. It's free, and it's fun, and it's funny. So sometimes it's real sad and I bawl my eyes out. But anyway, I was sitting there eating my sausage biscuits and gravy, which if you watch my videos on a regular basis, you know I go to Bob Evans about 2-3 times a week. In fact, my cousin, when she was in my YouNow stream yesterday, she said to me, guess where I went and had lunch today? Bob Evans. And it's kind of this running joke on my videos and in my comment sections and in my YouNow streams that I go to Bob Evans all the time. And if you don't live somewhere where there's a Bob Evans, it's down home cooking, okay? It's biscuits and gravy and, you know, noodles and mashed potatoes and all that kind of stuff. And I love it. I love it so much. And I talk about it all the time, not sponsored. So anyway, I was sitting there thinking about this today, and I have been talking to some of my friends because so many creators, you know this is a big deal, are really, really concerned about AdSense and YouTube revenue because so many companies have pulled advertising from YouTube. Now, personally, the way that I feel about this is I feel that this will turn around. I don't know why my gut tells me that. I think midsummer, it'll probably start turning around and the money will come back and whatever. I think that a lot of people get exposure from YouTubers, and I think that it will change how YouTube is doing things. And I even said in my last video where I addressed this, I said I think it will force, you know, advertisers to start working specifically with YouTube creators. And I really do think it's going to go along that way. And in fact, I just read an article the other day, and it was talking about this, about how Google suggested this new system that they're going to use where you can pick which kind of videos you don't want your advertisements on. Which is kind of disconcerting because any kind of video follows under one of each 4 categories unless, I don't know, you're 6 years old and doing toy reviews. It's just the truth. So, but I was thinking about it from an advertiser's point of view, right? I'm not a big channel. I have 40,000 subscribers. I'm lucky if I get 5,000 views a video. That's not horrible. I'm just saying, I'm not on the level of PewDiePie. Let's be for real, okay? So if PewDiePie puts a Coke can in his, or a Pepsi can, or a Mountain Dew, or a Squirt, do people drink Squirt anymore? I hope not. But anyway, in his videos, it's gonna make people go, a Squirt sounds really good in my mouth right now. So anyway, I was thinking about that, and I was thinking of like, really the power that pop culture and content creators and public figures or whoever you are or whatever you do, even if you're a YouTube creator, videographer, filmmaker, because I don't consider myself any of those things. I consider myself a dude with a camera. But if you do any of those things and you talk to people and people kind of like you or don't like you or whatever, you can sway people's opinions or make them think about things, right? And it's interesting because on my videos, I don't really intentionally go into that. Now, I've done some sponsored videos, and I will continue to do some sponsored videos, but I will only do it for things that I really believe in, and I've said that from the beginning. But I talk a lot about a lot of products in a lot of places on my videos. I just talked extensively about going to Ultra Music Festival. Everybody thinks it's an Uber hat. It's an Ultra Music Festival hat. I've talked about other music festivals. I had a lot of people that were from Florida contacting me saying, I want to go because you've shown so much interest in it. It sounds really cool. How do I get tickets? Blah, blah, blah. I would give them the links. I would tell them how much tickets were. I would tell them how to buy day tickets, things like that, right? Where to get an Ultra hat. You can get online. You can buy an Ultra hat here. So I'm not getting any sponsorships from that, but I'm still driving people to want to go do those things, okay? Another example, if you watch me on a regular basis and I'm not drinking Starbucks, I'm typically drinking Voss Water. Have you noticed that? No, I'm not sponsored by Voss Water. In fact, I'm not sponsored by any of these things I'm going to be talking about today. Especially not PB the Flying Chihuahua. Can I have a kiss? But I am sponsored by his kisses. So anyway, but like I literally have Voss Water in my videos all the time. Like to the point where I don't even think about it, okay? And I haven't talked to a lot of YouTubers about this because a lot of YouTubers, I think, that I'm friends with, they're very scripted in how they do their videos, and they sit down and they know what they're gonna do and they have it all set out and then they edit and all. I don't do all that, okay? My hocus pocus is, my gig is completely different. I sit down with my camera, I know what I'm gonna talk about, I talk about it, I start it, I end it, I throw it up, okay? That's what I do. But so typically, like if I'm coming in the car and I'm drinking my Voss Water, which is, I typically drink Voss Water. It's my favorite kind of water, mostly because I love this bottle. But if I'm drinking it, then I have it in my video. Or just like this from Starbucks, right? And I think that what happens over time is people are like, oh, Peter's always drinking Voss Water. So when they go to the gas station, they get Voss Water. Do you know how I know this? I probably on a daily basis get 10 to 20 snaps from people showing me showing themselves holding a bottle of Voss Water, okay? Or with their dog, and they're saying, my dog only drinks Voss Water, and they think it's real cute, they think it's real funny, right? You guys get where this is going yet? So then I said I was a booty guru. Do you remember that? I'm a booty guru. This is evolution of smooth. Blueberry acai. Mint. So fresh. Let's see the pigmentation. And so I started doing that on there, right? Well, let me tell you what happened as a result of that. I probably, over the course of the last month, I'm not even like exaggerating, have gotten hundreds of Snapchats, tweets, whatever, with people sending me pictures of them holding this up with the pigmentation. Do you know what that means? Those people have gone out and bought Evolution of Smooth chapstick. Do you know what else they bought? Now these were a gift from Zach from Chicago. Hey Zach, how are you? He sent these to my P.O. box. My favorite is root beer. I'm still using it. And so, oh, they're all flying all over the world right now. But anyway, and Dr. Pepper is my second favorite one. The Coca-Cola, they don't sponsor anybody anyway, so it rolled across the floor. But are these Lip Smacker chapsticks? Do you guys know these? I love these, okay? These are fantastic. I used them when I was a kid. I thought I was so glamorous, okay? I still think I'm so glamorous, but I'm YouTube famous. But anyway, and so I started showing these on there. Well, I started getting all these snaps and tweets and things from people saying, oh my God, my favorite's this one. Did you use this one? Oh, just because of that one, I went and bought the root beer. Sprite's my favorite, but now I want the root beer. I had to go to 3 different stores to find the root beer, blah, 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 whatever, okay? So what I'm talking about is, PP, you better stay away from that Coca-Cola chapstick, PP. No lip smacker for you. Your lips look beautiful. But what I'm talking about here is, because you know there's always a lesson on my channel, whether I'm talking about Chinese buffet or who cares, right? The lesson is that the power of influence, okay? If you go out to dinner with your girlfriends and your girlfriend says, oh my God, I just started Pilates. Well, where did you start? And you look at her and you go, she looks really good. Like, she's lost a lot of weight, right? And she goes, I go to Shithouse Pilates. And you go, oh my God, I've got to go to Shithouse Pilates. Do you have the number for Shithouse Pilates? And so you call Shithouse Pilates and they're like, yeah, it's $100 a session. You're like, God, that's really expensive, but she looks really good. Maybe I'll go to Shithouse Pilates. Or how about all the people that have tried, PP, I told you about that Coca-Cola lip smacker, your lips look real good. All the people that try like the cleanses, okay, where you put the Cajun powder, the cayenne powder and the lemons and the maple syrup. Do you know what I'm talking about? Okay? Nobody owns that patent, right? But how many people do you know that have done it? Because you hear people talking about it and they're like, well, they've lost 20 pounds in 2 days, so I want to lose 20 pounds in 2 days. We're talking about the power of influence. We're not talking about an ASMR video. We're talking about the power of influence, right? And I'm going to tell you how I know, number one, the power of influence, okay? Through my entire career of being on YouTube, there has been one constant. One thing that I randomly found out of the blue that I have had in 90% of my videos, I cannot tell you how many people have contacted me and told me that the dollar store will tell them we are sold out, okay? I don't know who is talking about those things, but we can't keep them in the store. And that, my dear, is Poopy to Chiffon. Poopy de chiffon sat for months, sitting back there. Then I started seeing tons of poopy de chiffons everywhere, and I started buying some and sending them off to people and whatever. Then people started sending me poopy de chiffons. Then before I knew it, I had an orphanage of poopy de chiffons. I literally have about 30 of them in my garage right now, right? I actually just recently sent off the original poopy de chiffon to a 14-year-old girl for her birthday because I just got so excited about doing it, right? But let me tell you, before I put that rat-ass doll up in a video, nobody knew who poopy de chiffon was, okay? Nobody knew about that. Now, what I don't understand is we're talking about all of this ad revenue stuff, and I'm not gonna change. Like, I'm not gonna take Poopy down and say, until the poopy de chiffon company contacts me and is willing to pay me $10,000, I'm not putting her up in another video. I will continue to, talk about the things I love, because that's what I love about interacting with you guys, right? I love talking about Bob Evans because I know you guys love Bob Evans. I love talking about Taco Bell and saying, like when I go to Taco Bell, I get the Nachos Bel Grande, but I wish they would put a few more chips in there, or I hate when I got the Nachos Bel Grande and my chips are all crushed up at the bottom, and that's obviously why they put the spoon in there. And why does anybody need a spoon? And it's not really a spoon, it's a spork, or is it a foon? What do you call it? A spork or a foon, okay? I like having those kind of conversations because those are real ass conversations. I want to know, is it a spork or is it a foon? To this day, right? But really what we're talking about is we're talking about Taco Bell. I will continue to talk about all the pop culture things that I love. I will continue to talk about the books that I read and how I'm obsessed with something. For the last 3 weeks, I've talked about the television series on Netflix, 13 Reasons Why. I'm not sponsored by them. I'm not sponsored by Boss Water. I'm not sponsored by Starbucks. I wish. I'm not sponsored by Poopy de Chiffon. I'm not sponsored by any of this kind of stuff, right? I will do some sponsored videos, but if I'm not, I will continue to talk about all of these relevant things that I love because that's what I do as a person, and I show that in my videos. But what's interesting to me about this, right, is if you tracked YouTubers, and you tracked YouTubers that use specific things, okay, like specific phones, or specific restaurants they go to, or specific kinds of water, or specific coffee, or thing like that, like, for example, Shep, 689, Will and RJ, I think went to go eat at Chipotle every day for the first 5 years of their making videos. Every time my husband and I would watch our video, guess what? We were hungry for Chipotle, all right? It's genius. Why are these people not reaching out to the people that are already talking about them in videos and saying, let me make you like really happy for talking about Voss Water. Thank you for doing that. That's incredible to us, like, can't even hold on to it. Thank you for talking about dear old Poopy. We love her as much as you do, and what can we do? Can we do a giveaway with you? Can we do a giveaway to all the people that love Poopy? Why are advertisers saying, we're just not going to give YouTube any money anymore? We're gonna piss off the creators. We're gonna lose, because what's gonna end up happening is creators are gonna stop making videos on YouTube and they're gonna go to other platforms. It's the reality, okay? That's just the reality. They're gonna find other platforms to make videos and do their things, and YouTube will either die or YouTube will readjust and it'll continue to grow. I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna continue to make my videos whether I'm making a cent or not, so I don't really give a rat's ass. But what I don't understand is this. I don't understand why advertisers who are now all up in the news talking about how I'm pulling my ads off of videos because they're extremists and they're not family friendly and all this kind of stuff. What's not family friendly about a Poopy de Chiffon doll sitting behind my videos, okay? I can't tell you how many videos I get or how many Snapchats I get of people sending me pictures of their kids or pictures of their dogs or whatever. If you saw the snaps I got, you know I'm real family friendly, okay? But me and everybody else, we're all getting demonetized at this time, and we're all having our ad revenue go down, and everything's all shit, because nobody wants to pay YouTube for these ads anymore. It's stupid. We have a lot of power out there, from those of us that have 1,000 subscribers to those of us that have 1 million subscribers. You have a lot of power in absorbing pop culture and saying what things are relevant and what things aren't relevant. And I'm telling you right now, I'm starting to think maybe I need to talk about those things that are relevant, that are willing to appreciate the fact that I'm talking about them. I mean, YouTube creators, we do have a lot of power. We can bitch and complain about the fact that none of these advertisers want to put their ads on our videos anymore, or we can take it into our own hands and say, sure, if you want me to continue to talk about Bob Evans, which I love your biscuits and gravy, baby, all day long, but I don't got to talk about it in one more video and everybody knows that, okay? So if you want me to continue to talk about it, what you gonna do? All right, you gonna give me some free biscuits and gravy maybe every once in a while? Hey, how about that trucker hat you have sitting in the doorway? You might want to throw me one of those trucker hats, because I think that trucker hat's real cute. Or are you gonna sit there and every time I walk in the door go, who, what? We don't know Peter Monn, the YouTube famous Bob Evans biscuits and gravy eater. I just don't understand. It doesn't make sense to me. And I watch enough YouTubers to know that I'm not the only one talking about products. A lot of YouTubers talk about products that they love, whether they're getting sponsored, whether they're ever getting shouted out by her. There are so many people in the beauty industry that are talking and reviewing makeup brands positively that never get anything out of that, all just for the love of doing the reviews and doing the tutorials and whatever. And I think that's great. I think that's what YouTube should be about. But when you're talking about those things and then at the same time you're concerned about ad revenue and whatever, maybe we do need to take things into our own hands a little bit. Maybe we need to be maybe we need to be our own managers and be reaching out. Maybe I need to call up old Bob Evans and say, hey Bob, how about some free biscuits and gravy, girl? I mean, like, listen, and throw in a root beer too. Because I'm talking about you in every video and I've sent a lot of people your way. I had the waitress the other day at the Bob Evans that I go to, true story. I had the waitress that I go to, same Bob Evans every week. I shouted her out in a video. You know what she said to me? She goes, should I know who you are? And I go, I don't know, why? And she goes, I had 5 people come in here last week and describe who you are and tell me that you shouted me out in some kind of video on something. I go, on YouTube? She goes, yeah, that's it. She had no clue what it was, right? She goes, thank you. They all tipped me really well. But we're the ones suffering, right? Because we're the ones that are talking about these products that we love and adore. But we're the ones suffering because we're not family friendly. It's a joke, you know? And I'll continue to talk about those things because I love them, and people probably won't agree with this video, and that's okay. But what I'm saying is, maybe as, you know, content creators, videographers, dude with a camera, maybe we need to start reaching out to some of these companies that we love and saying, listen, I love you so much. I talk about you in all my videos. Could we work together a little bit? And I know some people do that, but not a lot of people do, you know? And maybe we need to start working exclusively with those companies instead of bitching and moaning about how YouTube won't do the job for us. I don't know. That's just my 2 cents. I might contact the Poopy to Chiffon company. So anyway, what do you guys think? Leave it in the comment section below. I mean, you know, do you think it's at the point where we need to take some of this stuff in our hands or continue to bitch and moan about it until we have no control over it whatsoever? So, I don't know. I don't really care. I just love making videos and I love this whole YouTube gig. You know that. That's why I answer every Snapchat, every Twitter, everything, because I love it so much. Talk to you guys later. Bye.